Welcome back to 5 Minute Knives, the channel that's on autopilot this week. Today, we're going to take a look at a Schrade fixed blade and the custom sheath I made for it. But first, let's pay a bill. And we're back. Okay, hopefully we paid a bill. And before we get into it, I just kind of want to show you guys, I have the Barton canvas band on my watch. Now, how did I get this on here? You may be asking, especially if their adapters were held to put on. Well, I took this to a local jeweler's and their watchmaker couldn't put these on. So then I went to AliExpress and I ordered like $2 replacement adapters. They're like plastic and they worked fine. They went on right away. I'm totally happy with them. And here's the irony, is the Barton canvas band is extremely comfortable, by the way. I love it. There's a little bit of a break-in period with them where they're kind of like stiff, but after like day 3, 4, they get great. So AliExpress, $2 adapters, working so far. Moving on to the Schrade SCHF26 fixed blade. This is the extreme survival knife. This is an 8CR 13 MOV steel and a drop point blade. And let's take a look at this guy. So here's the sheath that I made for the customer, an OD green and desert tan. Pretty cool. Combat loop. Easy off and on the belt. You know how they work. Okay. So here's the knife out of the sheath, heavily oiled by me. Really kind of like slick coating on this one. Heavily oiled. I mean, when I make a sheath, I generally oil them up pretty good. Now, in making this sheath, there was a little stickage on this rubber handle here. There's a little nick that was taken out in the molding process right there. I don't know if you can see that. So anyway, sorry about that, bud. That's on me. Now, there is a certain amount of wear that's going to happen between rubber handles and Kydex over time. It's just natural where the rubber and the Kydex interface, you can even see right here, it's kind of black right there. So that'll happen over time. There's got to be like something, you know, that it's going to rub off eventually a little bit here and there. So very normal. That being said, pretty slick with this setup now. The sheath that it came with was this guy, this ballistic nylon hunk of junk. Now this knife only goes for about 40 bucks. Like I said, it's about 10.8 inches in total length. It's got some good weight to it though. Actually, here, let's weigh it. Without the sheath, the blade itself is 13.3 ounces. So a bit of a chunker. And with the Kydex, we're at 1.25 pounds. So that's the weight. Not a big deal. As far as the size of the SCHF26, it's kind of comparable to like a cold steel SRK, for example. Here. Very similar. Very similar. Is this better? Yeah. Very similar in size. So, only this is just so light in comparison to this. Now, as far as the extra weight and thickness of the stock here, we can see that there's some proud jimping here. Some proud jimping on the base of the handle as well. Rubberized handle, heavy-duty hardware. Big-time recurve. Makes it a challenge to make a sheath for it. But jimping on the spine, really thick stock. I don't know. This is pretty hardcore knife, guys. Nice knife. There she is. And yeah, this does leave some black on the Kydex here, bud. That's kind of natural. Very normal with the rubber handles. Just something to point out. But that being said, came out pretty good. Very cool sheath. Very cool knife. As far as, you know, what do I think of the Schrade SCHF26? You know, initial impressions good. Very, very heavy duty implement. heavy duty tool. And with this kind of hollow grind, it makes it interesting that they went with such like, you know, thick stock with like this big swedge here at the tip. It does want to move in the hand, moves nicely in the hand. This finger groove kind of hits me in the middle of the next knuckle though. See that? Kind of right there. Kind of hits me in the middle of the next finger. So I wish that finger groove was smoothed out. Now, if you choke down, you know, you're like chopping with it, that's actually not so bad. Not so bad at all. But as far as like a high grip, I kind of just grip around it. You know? Not bad though. Nice knife from Schrade. I heard Schrade was making some good stuff lately. This is my first example seeing it. It's actually pretty nice. So, thought I'd make a quick video, show off the sheath a little bit, explain how rubber and Kydex sort of work together, and, you know, the rubber handles are a challenge. So, that being said, Schrade is making some good stuff, it appears. I haven't used this knife or anything, just sent in by a customer. But, initial impression's good. Just a heavy tank of a little, like, 5-inch blade. So, big recurve blade here. I don't know. What do you guys think of the Schrade SCHF26 Extreme Survival Knife? Would you pick this one up? Have you bought a knife from this line? What do you think of these handles, by the way, too? I think they're pretty cool. So, not bad. Nice knife. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We're just taking a look. No real opinion, just kind of noticing some little details about a knife a customer sent in. You know, figured I'd touch base with you guys, say hi. I'm not sure what we have in store for next week, but I'm sure it'll be riveting as always. We do appreciate you guys for tuning in and subscribing, and we will see you next time on 5 Minute Knives.